What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and another Pokemon Legends ZA trailer has came out, and we're going to break down everything you need to know from it. Plenty of cool details and secrets that you might have missed on. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and of course, support my channel by becoming a PanFam member, and let's dive in. So we got a 6-minute long trailer featuring the Switch 2 version of Pokemon Legends Z, and I gotta say, the Switch 2 version does look really nice in general. The textures are much higher resolution than what you saw in the Switch 1 version, and I gotta say, this town looks pretty alive. Metagross looks freaking phenomenal. This is maybe the best Metagross has ever looked in Pokemon history. Seriously, this thing is awesome, and I just love how lively the town looks. There's a bunch of Pokemon, a bunch of people around, which I do think is pretty awesome. We talked about this in yesterday's video about the Kalos fossils being included in Pokemon Legends ZA, but that was in the Japanese only trailer. Now in the English trailer, we do get to see Aurorus in a battle, and it also looks like, you know, not only do you get a battlefield, but you do get a bunch of people in the, in the background, some bystanders, which I do really think is pretty neat. Now, I do think this beginning part here is a cutscene from the very beginning of the game. You notice that the trainer has no drip for the most part, and then we got the basic fit, right? So we probably come into the town and immediately just get some sort of new fit, and then pick our Pokemon in front of the station and start running around. Gotta say, Larion looks absolutely amazing. We also get to see Heliotile over in the background here too, which is pretty nice. Seems like a construction zone. Also, we got some rocks that it looks like we'll be able to throw certain Pokemon at to break and help us get through the certain wild area. First look at Wild Area 10, which just seems to be mostly on rooftops, and I don't believe we saw Wild Area 10 on the map, so this might be the first time ever seeing it. Looking at a level 40 team, though, honestly looks pretty solid in general here, but you know, this seems to be like a level 30-ish wild area with this Watchog here chilling. Now, we do get a new wild area here. It seems to be Wild Area 12. Now, this is a level 37 Heracross, so about 6 level difference between 10 and 12. We got a whole brand new team as well, and I gotta say, the Steelix looks really good in this game. Nothing too crazy on the Steelix moves, though. I do appreciate that there is rain in the game and weather effects. I do like that multiple Pokemon can attack you at once. This is our first time seeing this graveyard area, and this actually might be an updated Ghastly model with the Alpha. Looks pretty freaking cool as well too. It's an Alpha Camper, which can definitely Mega Evolve. So I do wonder if maybe it's not a Rogue Mega, but it seems to maybe it could eventually. Also, lots of great new drip hair. Honestly, I do really appreciate having things like braids. Hopefully to have an afro. You got some good stuff here, and I really do appreciate having a lot of great different fits. The photo mode looks nice. I mean, it looking awesome. I'm really liking this graveyard, though. This graveyard is maybe my favorite area in Legends ZA, and I do love that we got a Spinnerack on the wall as well. So it seems like, you know, the Pokemon are going to be more living in their areas instead of just like floating on the ground and just walking around and doing, you know, whatever they want to be doing. Now, we did see this in the Japanese trailer, but we do get to see an early game Fennekin, a level 14 Fennekin. So are we going to be able to catch all of the Kalos starters early? I think we might be able to. And we get to see the rank X boss. Also, we get a Charmeleon there too. I mean, they're going through a lot of good stuff, but we get a Charmeleon, about to be a Charizard as well. So we are getting our, hopefully, Kanto starters are going to be catchable in the wild, but they might be gift Pokemon like they were in Pokemon X and Y, which I wouldn't be too surprised if that was to happen. And what's going on with this party with the Machoke? They're just going through the party so quick in this trailer. Level 40 Barbarical, very interesting. Barbarical's getting featured. No Mega Stone or anything on this profile, though, so maybe that will change in the future. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, the Rogue Mega Evolution part was really cool to see in this trailer. So we know Mega Dragonite seems to be a more endgame level 59 raid boss. We're doing that with our raid allies. We get to see ourselves fighting a Mega Tyranitar, but these Rogue Mega battles are going to be a little bit different. Like, what is going on? Mega Baitnet, Shadow Clone Jutsu, you see multiple life bars on each one of these Mega Baitnets. So this might be a story one because this is a very unique feature, but these Mega battles might be more interesting than we previously thought, and they might even be a lot better than the Legends Arceus boss fights. But this is super cool. We're fighting 4 copies of the Mega Baitnet at once, which is really neat. Also, we get to see Mega Halucha gameplay here against the level 59 Mega Tranitar, probably one of the more endgame bosses out here. Now, we actually get to see the Mega Stone of Mega Halucha for the first time, but more about that a little bit later in this video. And we get to see a little bit more online play Mega Malamar out here, but something really interesting about this Mega Malamar is when it starts using Hyper Beam here. We get to see an updated moveset. Malamar now gets to learn Close Combat. And Malamar's never learned Close Combat. And I would wonder in a future Pokemon game, Contrary plus Close Combat is going to be pretty freaking insane. I also do wonder if their superpower is even in the game, because it's a new battle system with, you know, new moves and how the moves are going to interact with, you know, differences and all of that. I'm probably going to be a limited set of moves in the game, similar to how Legends Arceus works. So we'll just have to wait and see. We also get confirmation of more Pokeballs in the game. We get a Lure Ball, a Lux Ball, it seems to be a Nest Ball, a Heart Ball, a Heavy Ball, and a Dive Ball. So more confirmation of different balls. That is very cool. Going to be great for us shiny hunters, for us to catch certain shinies in different balls. Love that. Very first look at the trade cut scene, and I hope that the link cable is in the game, because I don't want to be forced to trade a Kadabra or a Scyther to evolve them. That would be very annoying, but hey, trading is in the game. Of course it is. There's online play. Pokemon games have to have trading, but I do hope I don't have to trade to do my evolutions, because that would be very annoying. I would not be a big fan of that. And we get to see Mega Victory Bell, but we also get to see Rogue Mega Camprupt. Now, Rogue Mega Camprupt is level 34, so this is about the same level as the Victory Bell fight. So I do wonder how many Rogue Megas are going to be out there in the wild, how many of them are going to be optional that we could just go out and find. But I do want to notice that the Rogue Mega Camprupt threw out a bunch of like fireballs out there, like rock balls, and they're exploding. So that can definitely be a unique thing for its fight, which I do think is relatively cool in general. Of course, we get to see the Kalos Megas. Unfortunately, these are going to be available online only, which is a massive disappointment. I can't believe that I will not be able to use the Mega Chestnut for 3 months. I do think that is absolutely crazy. Notice how all our friends are using their Mega Stones. I'm sure their star Pokemon will be Mega Evolving as well. So we did get to see Mega Halucha's Stone. It is red with some green, yellow, and black. We also got to see Mega Malamar Stone, which is purple with some pink, black, blue, and like white, yellow to it. Both of these stones are brand new Mega Stones, but none of them are included in the Pokemon Legends ZA DLC trailer where we saw these Mega Stones for the very first time. So yes, once again, we have confirmation that all of these Mega Stones are going to be for new Pokemon that we do not know about in the Legends ZA DLC that we're releasing before February 28th, 2026. So stay tuned for more on that. That is incredibly exciting. And as I mentioned before, Ghastly got a new model. Comparing it to Pokemon Legends Arceus on the left and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the middle, Ghastly in ZA looks really incredible. I'm a big fan of this purple shade, but it is funny that Ghastly is constantly just getting a new color every single video game. I do think that's a pretty funny occurrence that is happening there. Also, something I did not realize, and I don't know why, but there is a timer that is around the map, and this is the timer at nighttime, just showing off like, hey, you're about to run out of time at night to do this. So that makes a lot of sense. I do appreciate there being an actual timer. That was a big complaint for me in Scarlet and Violet, because it was really hard to tell how much more time I had until it was nighttime in the game. Well, there we have it, guys. That is everything we saw in the latest Pokemon Legends ZA overview trailer. Will we get another trailer? Probably at launch day, but by then, hopefully we'll all be playing the game. But stay tuned for Pokemon Legends ZA content. I'm going to be making guides for every little thing. I'm going to be streaming it and playing multiplayer with the community. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.